Hey man,
Hey, what's going on?
hey, did you see that boxing match with Fury and Ngannou?
I saw the beginning of it, then I had another thing to go to. Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing, but I heard about it.
Okay,
I heard about it.
yeah, that was an interesting one because well, I mean, these are two guys that are like like 6'5" and 6'9" and 270 pounds or something crazy.
Yeah,
So it was a wild one. Like the first couple rounds, they were just kind of like feeling it out, but you could see that Francis was taking it serious. And it looked like he wanted to win. He wasn't just out there to kind of throw haymakers, and he was like he looked like he was trying to be a boxer, because he was fighting a legit guy, man, like a
yeah,
legit heavyweight.
yeah. The he's the champ, right? Is he the champ?
That's
So
it. Yeah, he
Fury.
is. This wasn't a title fight, but yeah, he is the champ, and he hasn't lost, I don't think, either. I think he's undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. Fury is. He might have like two no contest or something, but yeah, undefeated guy. And this guy went in there and took it to him a little bit. He actually knocked him down in the third round. Francis knocked him down on his butt. So that was interesting. But what I thought was funny was that the intros. I, I kept thinking, oh, it's about to start. No, it's like another 30 minutes. Oh, it's about to, another 30 minutes. And that's
Yeah,
one of that's one of the problems with boxing. Uh, well, what I should say, one of my issues with boxing, I don't know, people maybe they like this stuff. It just takes too long to get going, bro.
yeah,
And remember when MMA came in, and they would just kind of get to it. There's always an introduction, but it's nothing like boxing,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. I remember it taking a long time. Yeah. So I was like, I have somewhere else to go. I was going to Quentin Tarantino's theater in Hollywood with my film buddies to see Night of the Living Dead for our annual Halloween meetup. I'm like, hey, come on, get to the fight. Let me see a little bit of it.
Yeah, get started already. So I don't like about boxing. Then you had them both come out, and one at a time, obviously. And I think it was Francis first. He's sitting up there on like a throne, and with the crown, and the stuff, and the robe, or whatever you call that thing. And then some guy comes up and removes the crown from his head. Just like, what's going on right now? Then same thing with Tyson. He comes out and he's sitting there, and some guy does the same thing, and then he starts like shadow boxing and running around circles on this platform up there, like while Pretty Woman plays. It was the strangest thing. Like, what's happening right now?
Yeah,
It's just a bit much. Like, let's just get to it. Let's see it. You know what would be crazy if it was all that for it to end in one round.
I know.
Yeah,
Like Tyson, most of Tyson's early fights, they were one round. You know,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But
yeah.
there was no dancing around the Pretty Woman and on it, none of that stuff.
No, yeah, he was just knocking people out, man.
He's just knocking people out.
Yeah,
And then the big guns showed up, like Chuck Liddell was there, and Eminem, Kanye West, Ronaldo was there. All the old heads, like the old champs, boxing champs, like Holyfield. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then yeah, Mike Tyson was actually on France's side.
yeah,
Yeah, so but it was an interesting fight, and in the end, they gave it to Fury. Spoiler alert. They gave it to Fury, 2-1, I think. It was 2-1. He won it. So
that's the other frustrating thing about boxing that's been going on for ages about the judges. Everyone might see the fight one way, and the judges, who knows? They're paid off. They're doing whatever, trying to get the next fight. And
oh hell yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you can never trust the judges in boxing either. That's
No, and they always say don't leave it up to the judges.
yeah,
and that's probably why, man. The Yeah, one guy was like completely lopsided on his score compared to the other two, and then Fury's got a fight coming up, and I think he needed to get this win to get into that fight, and one of those things, man.
Yeah,
Because I mean, they're not gonna take Ngannou serious with one fight. I mean, it opened up people's eyes because I mean, he went the distance with this guy and even knocked him on his ass one time. So
yeah.
they got to look at him, take him a little serious. But it's his one fight. It's his first fight. It's his first boxing match. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know. I mean, obviously there was big money involved, so that's why a lot of these guys do that.
Yeah, yeah, impressive first fight for Ngannou, and yeah, there's a lot of betting money riding on the line, and yeah, strange things happen. When it comes to that, even in NFL, you see some really weird calls, like what's going on here? Because the line is -3. Okay, it's like
Or basketball. Remember that one ref that was doing this stuff?
oh yeah, he went to prison. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Whatever happened to that guy? He's got to be out by now. It must have been.
I think he's still in prison. They have a Netflix documentary about him. I watched part of it, but yeah, and he was breaking down like, "Oh, this is how I changed this game and that game," and
That's wild, bro.
yeah,
That is so wild. Yeah. So I mean, come on, it happens all over sports. I mean,
yeah,
especially boxing, man.
yeah, yeah,
So anyway, it was a good one. Like when they got to about the eighth round, they were both letting them fly, and um, it's interesting because they both have power, and they're both just like I said, just huge freaking guys, man. I mean, just one lands on the right spot, and somebody's going down. So
yeah.
it was good. I liked it. I like it more than like those Paul guys, and their fights, and that sort of thing. That seems more of a spectacle.
Yeah, there's nothing like a good heavyweight fight, and there hasn't been very many, other than the ones with Tyson Fury. Yeah, it's been a long time because MMA took over. You know?
Yeah, yeah. When that started, it took over. I know for us it did at least.
For a lot of people, I think you didn't hear about boxing for a long time. So.
No, and then it was just great to see in MMA that these guys, um, the top guys would fight the top guys. They weren't really trying to avoid each other. I'm sure a little bit of that happened at times, but for the most part, they were gonna see each other at some point, and they did. They great spot each other. That's what made it. That's what made the sport so great, I think.
Yeah, and how it started too. How it used to be a crazy tournament. How you'd have to beat a bunch of guys in one night, and little skinny Gracie would choke all the guys out. Even these huge guys who look like monsters. It was so
Yeah,
crazy to watch. Me and you. We used to rent the Blockbuster videos of the early ones, yeah, to watch those.
yeah. For those who don't know what a blockbuster is, just kidding. That'd be 15 minutes of explaining a blockbuster to you. But yeah, that's exactly what we would do. And then Gracie would do all these moves, and we had no idea what was going on. We're like, what? What? Why is this? How is he hurting him? I don't understand how he's hurting him.
Yeah, they would tap like, why is this guy giving up?
Why is he giving up?
Yeah,
That was the good old days, man. And there wasn't at one point there wasn't really there weren't like weight classes, so they would it was like styles. They would stick a karate guy with the boxing guy and that sort of thing to see who was, which is kind of interesting actually. I think
yeah,
we were interested in seeing who could win and that type of thing. But in the end, it was just kind of like a brawl, and you know these guys were like punching each other in the balls. It was like, what's going on right now?
yeah, yeah. You'd see some pretty gnarly things, and blood all over the mat. Yeah, crazy knockouts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all of that. And like you said, the tournament style, that's crazy because now that's like you can't even imagine that. You fight. and then literally in this like that same night you fight again. It doesn't matter how. I mean, yeah, if you broke something, you're probably out. But it doesn't matter how much you're hurting or sore. Didn't matter. You're gonna have to go again if you want to win this tournament. And that's what it was, a tournament.
Yeah, didn't one of those Gracie broke something and he kept going, or something happened to his shoulder or something?
I wouldn't doubt it with that guy.
Yeah, I think I remember something like that.
I wouldn't doubt it with that guy. There's so much pride in that family, and they're all watching you. They all trained you. Like your family's all there. But these guys, essentially, from what I've heard, I don't know much about it, but they, created a style that that they teach to this day, and many fighters use. So they're a big deal. That family in just an MMA period.
Yeah, yeah, I see those around sometimes. The Gracie dojo, the Gracie yeah, training centers, and
Yeah, all the jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
Yeah. And he was the first guy I think to go in with the what's it called, the
gi,
yeah.
yeah.
And he would use that sometimes, and
Yeah, use it to
he'd
choke.
go
Yeah,
yeah to choke people. And we're like, where's this? Like, how is this legal? We're just not understanding what's happening, man. It was such a great time. It was just such a cool time to be there. We'd head over to. Do you know why we would watch him? Do you remember what we were doing supposedly?
what? I don't remember.
So we would go. So we would go and watch your brother.
Oh yeah.
We would, babysit, and we just go and I just watch like MMA fights the whole time.
That's why he's such a huge fan now. He was just a little kid watching all those MMA fights.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have been watching that at that age, but oh man. But yeah, we would go over to your pop's house and hit a Blockbuster, watch some videos, man. Such a great time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, man, that was fun. How about those Lakers beating the Clippers? I like that.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, it's
That's
been a
about
while.
it.
That's about it. Yeah.
I
Well,
wanted to hear what you thought so far.
yeah, that was a good win. I mean, they snapped what it was like an 11-game losing
Yeah,
streak to the
I think
Clippers.
so.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a good win. Needed overtime, but tough loss to Orlando after that blowout loss, and then like what was it, a 2-point loss or to Miami?
To Miami, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, just goes back to what I thought, man. Bad defense, bad coaching. Because you can't let teams like Orlando blow you out, and then
No.
yeah, and every game has been a struggle. It's not like there's been any easy games for them, and they have more talent than they had last year when they went to the Western Conference Finals. So there's not really an excuse. Yeah.
No, there's not. And one thing we were saying watching the Orlando game was where's the rebounding? What, these guys don't look like they want to fight for a rebound at all. It's more like, well, if it lands in my hands, cool, and we're on our way. But other than that, we're not really fighting for it. There was one play they even replayed it. I don't know if it was a foul or something or why they replayed this, but we're like, what's going on? There was 4 Lakers under the basket, and the one guy gets the rebound, and we're like, what's happening? That nobody could put a body in this guy. I don't understand the rebounding, bro. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's all effort, and Orlando's all these young guys. You could tell they're going all out, and we just didn't care. It was weird. It's like
Yeah.
you would have thought we won the championship last year, and we don't care now.
Well, that would have been fine then.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, we saw that with the Kobe Shaq years.
Yeah, and I didn't watch that much basketball last season, and I'm watching a little bit more, but and then we've talked about this before. I don't really pay attention in the off season. I just don't care, man, to be honest with you. So I'm watching this game with Orlando, and I'm like, who the hell is that guy? And who the hell is that guy? There's like, who the hell are these guys? And they're just killing us like this. I'm like, man. I mean, I'm sure you know these guys, a little better than I would, but
a little. I know. Paulo Banchero, the number one pick from a year ago.
He
He's
was
usually
playing well.
he's playing well. He's on my fantasy team. But yeah, a lot of these guys, yeah, not many people know because we're not watching Orlando basketball. They're not on TV anywhere.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was not a good one. I didn't really see the Miami one. What happened there? Did you watch the game?
I didn't see all of it. I saw the beginning and the ending. It looked like we needed LeBron to carry us again. AD got hurt midway through it, as you always talk about, and he was
Man,
out of the game, and it was like we're putting it all on LeBron's back again, and he was playing great. He was doing the where he comes from behind and blocks the guy's dunk attempt, and he was dunking on people, and then he gave it up to Austin Reeves for 2 3-pointers when we were down by one or two. Reeves missed both threes, and then the very last attempt, actually we were down by one, I think it was. LeBron drives to the basket. He's got three guys on him, so he kicks it out to Cam Reddish for a wide open three in the corner. Missed it.
no good.
No good.
Yeah, so not good, obviously. I felt like just from the couple games that I watched so far, I feel like Reeves needs to step it up a little bit.
Yeah,
How do you feel about his play?
yeah. He started slow. He hasn't played very well until I think it was last game. He had something like 29 or 30 points. He stepped it up, but
Yeah,
couldn't hit those threes at the end of the game. Yeah.
maybe this will be a good momentum for him, get going a little bit. If they keep relying on Braun, then for the rest of the season, then they're not gonna get anywhere with that.
No, he's too old. You can't be putting and he's putting so many minutes on already. And this is just the start of the year. What are you doing? And
Yeah, we
he's
were hoping that those minutes would go down a little bit, and that the rest of the team could at least hang in there. But he's having to play too much.
yeah. Yeah, and we added all these new guys, to try to take the load off, and yeah, weird rotations and yeah, other things are going on, and just guys aren't effective right now. And, we're missing Vando. Vando, I hope when he comes out, he's been out. So yeah,
Yeah, and AD is expected to play, so I guess it wasn't
yeah,
too bad a thing there, but still scary nonetheless with that guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you said, anytime he like falls to the floor, you're like, oh no,
Oh no.
he's out, he's done.
He's
Yeah,
done. He's done for. No, yeah, he's just scary, man. He's just so like he's just like oddly lanky, and he just falls odd, and I don't know, man. He just scares me every time. Hopefully, he can stay upright for the rest of the season.
that's what I worry about with Wembenyama too. Have you been following that
Oh
guy at
my
all?
God, yeah, bro. This last game, I think it was the last game he had, he had a really really good game. He looks funny dunking, man.
Yeah,
It just looks awkward.
yeah, he does. But man, that guy has so many skills that he can shoot the three, he can dunk, he can block, he can. How do you stop a guy who's 7'6" and can do everything and has handles and it's like what do you do with that guy?
Yeah, he's interesting to watch. I I can only assume that he's just gonna get stronger. Get his base stronger too, so he can move around on there and take the bumps. And he's just gonna be that much scarier if he stays healthy. I don't know his history or if he's had injuries or stuff like that, but
I, I
I don't
don't
know.
think he has, but just looking at his body type, he just looks like the type so skinny that usually those guys like Sean Bradley that get crushed, and they're out for
Are they the same height?
yeah, Yeah.
But Bradley was also the 7'6", right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, I don't know how you can do anything being that tall, and to be able to play and maneuver and shoot and make and do these moves is pretty amazing, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Andre the Giant in wrestling, man. It was
Oh
crazy
yeah,
what he could do, until his body broke down.
yeah, yeah. He took one too many slams. That guy.
Yeah.
He also partied a lot.
Partied a lot, and just being a giant like that. I saw a documentary like he didn't stop growing, and it just messes up your body. At some point, your body just can't handle that weight.
The growth.
Yeah. So
Hey, there's two parts of the body that never stop growing. Do you know what they are? And
um,
no, that's not one of them.
hair, hair, and nails.
Ears and nose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, there's four. Make it four parts. They never start growing. But yeah, the nose and the ears, man. Hey, just check out De Niro's one of them.
De
Check
Niro.
check out his ears like way back when, and then now. It's just like, oh man. So all right, so our Lakers need to do something, bro. They need to step it up. Defense, rebound, and coaching. All right, coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking. Yeah, football was crazy. Man, Chargers, bro.
Yeah, two blowout wins in a row in prime time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I saw that. What's his name? He got the 10K now yards. Allen, right?
Keenan Allen, yeah. 10,000 yards, insane, man! And that catch to get to 10,000 yards, it was a leaping, diving
That was a
catch.
good one.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest of all time, man. His routes are so smooth. Like just guys can't stay with him, because his moves, his techniques are just insane. Um, and I know someone who helped him early on in San Diego was Stevie Johnson, who played with the Bills. He came to the Chargers at the end of his career, and he kind of showed Allen some of his tricks, and yeah, just one of the greats, and it's just fun to watch him. Yeah, I've been watching him since the start, as a Chargers fan, and one of my favorite players ever. You gotta love Allen. Who doesn't love Keenan Allen?
Yeah, he's second to is it Gates, I think, all time now.
Yeah,
For Chargers.
yeah, second to Gates all time. Yeah, and another
That's
great.
amazing.
Yeah,
Another great, yeah.
yeah.
What are they at now? Are they
4-4.
4-4? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And we got the Lions on Sunday on a short week. Be a tough game. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Rams didn't have a quarterback, and that proved to be it's deadly.
Yeah,
That's so bad.
that can be a problem not having a quarterback.
Yeah, it can be. A lot of people were saying that they were just complaining that they didn't have like a proper backup or a good backup, I should say. Why don't they have a good backup? This and that. I mean, personally, hell, I don't know, man. But
Yeah, well, a lot of teams don't. But I saw you guys just signed Carson
right.
Wentz. Did you see that?
Oh, I did hear about that. Carson Wentz. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. The guy you guys passed over for Jared Goff.
Yes. Yep. We'll see how that goes. I think Stafford should be back here soon too, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy wasn't cutting it, and they couldn't get anything done.
Yeah, I saw a thing on Twitter, I think that was you calling out Coach McVay.
I was just just trying to start some BS, you know. I like the guy, but you know, it's that's also reality. Like a lot of, if you start getting a couple bad seasons together, then people start questioning everything. They start questioning the coaches too. It doesn't matter how good they are. I mean, I believe he's a good coach. I like him a lot, but you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
at some point, if you continue like this, you got to question it. You know, take a look at everyone.
yeah. Is he still really all in it? You know, he almost quit before the season, and last year too. I think he talked about quitting, and he's got a new baby. You know that takes
Yeah,
a lot of time. Is his heart really all in it after already getting a championship? You know, do you still have that drive? Some people don't after they get it. You know,
yeah, including players.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously that this season's pretty much done for them.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, it's just uh, I don't know. I think so. I think
You guys are 3-5 now, or what?
yeah, I think it's 3-5. Um, Look, I'm still gonna watch. Obviously, I still hope they'll do well. I think they'll do well. I just don't see this team as a team that's gonna even do something. If they were to get to the playoffs, I don't see them really doing much. Um, I don't know, man. I don't believe in them like that. I just don't. I'm just being honest. I just don't.
Yeah, yeah,
They haven't really shown me anything to be like, wow, these guys are incredible. What a year.
yeah,
The standouts for me are the receiver. I think he's just been a complete badass. I mean,
yeah,
so he's been awesome, but I mean, you need more than that to win.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
So I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, we'll keep watching, go from there, and then you know what? I was a little worried when Allen was making those catches there.
Oh, I know you
You
get me
know
by
what?
2 points. I know. I,
Stop throwing to him.
I know. I was just like one more 16-yard throw, and I beat this guy, man.
Yeah, I love that they did. What did it, I don't know if it was I think it was a interception there towards the end, and they scored, or was it a fumble and they scored? The Chargers did. It was a defensive play where they scored, and I went, "That's perfect,"
Yeah,
because yeah, I mean that's awesome because if they get the ball back, they're not throwing the ball anymore. They're just gonna run it. So I'm like, sweet. I'm like, I think I got this.
yeah, yeah. That was a tough one. Yeah, I had Bijan Robinson give me only a few points because the Falcons didn't want to give him the ball at the goal line. Like they gave their tight end the ball twice at the goal line instead of Bijan Robinson.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kelsey got me like 2 points. Yeah, rough week. I lost to Duncan in both the other leagues too, man. So
Oh, you played him in both?
in both, yeah, I lost in both. Had terrible performances,
Speaking of him, so I saw him recently, and where the hell were we? Oh, we were at a brewery, and he said, "Hey, I was watching the OC dudes earlier." I'm
Nice.
like, "Yeah, okay, cool." Oh, yeah. I'm like, "That's right. We said you should come on," and he said, "Yeah." So he said he would love to, and talked to him a little bit about the league, and like we were saying, a couple of the things that we did for draft,
Yeah,
and so we'll get him on here soon enough.
yeah, we should get him and the other three people who watch the show.
That's my joke, bro. Come on. What are you doing?
I'm stealing it, man. Oh, I got a dad joke that
Oh man, all right, all right.
but and it's not it's my own joke, so it's gonna be pretty corny here.
And you're a dad, so it
I'm
works
a
out.
dad, so I gotta set this up. So I was
Okay.
driving I was driving my son Jimmy to school. He's 4 years old, goes to pre-K, and every Wednesday they have a share day where they have a different letter and they have to share something starting with that letter. So I'm driving him to school trying to think of what we're gonna share later that week. I go, kid, you can bring a kid to school, Jimmy. And we just both started cracking up, like the mental image of Jimmy bringing a little kid to school with him. Like he goes, "That's funny, Dad."
That's funny, Dad. That's awesome. He loves your dad jokes.
Yeah, he likes them. He
You,
likes
you scared me a little bit there, man.
them.
When you said the k, I'm like, oh no. Where are you going with this? What do you mean k? Yeah, it went in good direction.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Pre-K, bro. I don't know. I never did pre-K. I don't think that existed when I was growing up.
Yeah. He's got picture day tomorrow. I got him a haircut today to get him all ready for picture day. Yeah.
Oh yeah? What kind of cut? Like Herbert or what?
I was trying to ask the lady because I didn't know what I wanted. I'm like,
What do you think?
yeah, what do you think? She's like,
Yeah.
how about I cut it like your hair? I'm like, okay, I guess.
You should have shown her a picture of the quarterback.
Yeah, Herbert.
Do this.
They were talking about his hair on the Manning telecast of the game.
Oh yeah.
Trevor Lawrence was on with them, and they were like comparing their hair.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Well, Sky like beat the hell out of me, and then John beat the hell out of me in the other one, and then I got you in the third one. So I went 1 win, 2 losses this past week. Not too good. I'm also not really paying attention. Somebody who I think it was Sims or Albert was like, "Dude, why are you putting in guys that aren't playing?" And I don't know, dude. I'm just not paying it. I said I'm not paying attention this year that much, to be honest with you, and I haven't been. But I gotta pay. He's like, dude, you're like in third. You should be paying attention. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I probably should.
Yeah, dude. In one of my Charger leagues, I have this super team that I'm in. You know how I told you how they rank every team in like all the leagues, and they give grand prizes. You know, if you're one of those top teams. Right now,
Yes.
I'm the number 3 team in all the Charger leagues right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Out of how many? What do you think? How many do you think there are?
I don't know how many leagues there are. I know myself. I'm in two leagues, so I don't know. I would think, yeah, the leaderboard shows like 40 different teams or something, and in my other teams, like not even close to being on the leaderboard. So yeah, I don't know. 20 leagues.
And how does that work? How do you is it an invite or how do you get in?
You have to be a Chargers season ticket member, and they send you an email, and you gotta like sign up right away before it fills up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you win your league, you get a box full of prizes. Like before, I've gotten like a Charger Girls poster, which Olivia didn't like very much.
That went in the garbage immediately.
Yeah, went in the garbage. Like a badge that says I'm Chargers League champion. Like pins. Mini football. One year I did win. I was the second place finisher in all the leagues, and I won a signed Casey Hayward football when Casey Hayward was good with the Chargers. So that was cool.
I feel like they could do a little more for season ticket holders.
They could
sometimes, because I see people post up stuff and like, oh, I got this thing for being not just in football but other sports, and it's like a cool picture, but it's like a pin and some other thing, and it's like, okay, it's nice, and it's gonna be a limited item,
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, it's kind of cool, and that's kind of it.
Oh, oh, in the winners box, I'd always get a Chargers polo shirt too. Uh,
Uh,
so those were nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I just thought of a story, Charger related. So I was at a buddy's house, probably week 3 or something for football, and his wife was there, and and we were watching Chargers. One of them, I think the one guy was a Chargers fan, and then Cowboys and the Rams. So we're watching. Oh no, they're both Cowboys fans. But anyway, so the game's on, and the wife was like, so she said, back in the day, I used to work at like Sports Chalet or one of these places, and she said they came in and they gave us a chance to like uh, win this thing with a player, and you get a lunch. And so she gets this thing, and she said it's Ladainian Tomlinson. And she says, I don't know who the hell Tama what? She's like, I don't know who this guy is. She says, at the time, I had no idea, but she says, well, I got to go have lunch with the guy. And she's like, we're sitting at this, we're sitting for lunch. She said it was the most awkward thing ever. Um, and I go, well, what did you ask him? Like, what does he do for a living, or what were you asking the guy? And she's like, she said, I don't know. It's just like random questions, but um, she got an autographed football
Oh,
from him. She's like, he signed it, gave me a football. So word got around when I got back to work. One of the workers was a fan, and he came up to me and he goes, "Hey, I heard that you got to hang out with Tomlinson and have lunch." And she's like, "Yeah." And then and I got a football, and he's like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "You know what? You don't like football. How about I trade you the football, and like I'll buy you lunch today." And she's like, "Only if I get steak in my bowl." And he's like, "Double steak, no problem."
oh man.
She's like, "I had no idea." She's like, so she traded the football for a bowl of rice and steak.
Oh man, terrible.
Such a bad move. Oh man, the way she was telling the story was just hilarious.
Oh man, yeah, they shouldn't even let people who aren't fans go on those things. It's so
Oh man, it's so true. It's so true. She's like, she's like, I don't know what to ask the guy. It's like I don't even know who he is, you know.
yeah,
So, and it was early on, obviously in his career. This is like a while back, but how
yeah,
cool was that? She's like, how cool. If I would have still had that ball, would have been kind of cool, you know. Because now she's like, I understand a little bit more, and now I know obviously who he is now. But at the times, like I had no idea.
that's funny.
Yeah. Any other football news? Anything else going on you think of?
Football news. Well, I got a story with my own wife and the Chargers.
Uh-huh.
She asked if we won this last game. I was like, yeah, we won 27-6. She's like, what? Why? Why so much? I'm like, because we're good. And she's like, since when?
Since when? That's a great question.
Yeah,
Yeah, since when?
yeah. Since the last 2 games, we're
The last 2. What are you talking about?
yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Um, so I think it was the last episode we wanted to talk about something that happened in the OC. Since we are OC dudes, we wanted to come up with some OC news for you guys, and we didn't get to it. But we each wanted to come up with something that's OC related, and you have a pretty good one, man. We wanted to talk about it. We didn't get to it. What you got?
Yeah, I've got some sad news here. If you love concerts like I do, and you go to a lot of them, Irvine 5 Points Amphitheater, which you can see here with some fireworks, has closed for good. Yeah, it's a place me and you went to this past
Just
concert
recent.
recently. Yeah,
Yeah.
been to a ton of concerts there. I saw Janet Jackson there. It's a small place, you know. It was like a 15,000 seat place or something small. But
That's
yeah,
what made it great, in my opinion. It didn't matter. I've sat not down at the bottom, like where the bottom seating is, but just right above that. And then I've sat even further up, and always had a great time there.
yeah, always a great time. Here's some other pictures here. Yeah, just an awesome venue, easy to get in and out. Which if you go to a lot of concerts like me, you know
Bro,
that that does not happen often.
man,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was so surprising to me. The just it's like minimal effort getting in and out. Honestly, it was surprising how easy it was.
yeah, and free parking too. You know, a lot of these places will charge you, you know, 40, $50 just to park there. You get stuck in there for an hour or two, and it's just miserable. You know, this
Yeah,
you
you
get
gotta
in, you get
pee.
out. Yeah, I gotta pee. Every every seat in the house was great. They had food trucks everywhere, just great atmosphere. Yeah, it's gonna be sad that it's gone now. Yeah,
Yeah, man. We saw, yeah, like you said, just recently, OER was there. Um,
Goo dolls.
Google Dolls. I've seen Halsey there and Pitbull there. I know you've been to a few also, and
Yeah,
all of them were great. Good
yeah,
time.
yeah. Danny Elfman. Yeah, Dirty Heads. My old neighbor was there. Um, yeah, it's you know, it's kind of like it's kind of like a mental health issue almost for the community, like not having a concert venue around, some place to let off steam, you know, enjoy yourself, and now it's just gone. Now it's just going to be homes there, and you know, you got to drive someplace far out to like LA, you know, be in the traffic, the terrible parking, get stuck there.
Well, let me ask you, was this, I heard that it was just a temporary place anyway? Is that right or no? Do you know anything about that? And if that's the case, then are they building, do you know if they're going to build a new venue?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a temporary place, but they had on the ballot this past year to build a permanent place, and it was voted against for whatever reasons, tax reasons or noise or
Maybe the community didn't want it.
maybe the community. Yeah, I'm not sure what it was, but
Mm.
so Live Nation said they're gonna keep looking, try to find another place in the OC if they can find somewhere. But if they will, who knows? Because we win a, you know, we had this with Irvine Meadows before. We used to have that place there, and then that was gone for a few years, and until we had this temporary place. So we'll see how long it takes to get another place back. You know, who knows?
Right down the street, man. It's just perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, a lot of great people came through there. It was not like it was just, you know, some random musicians. Like there was like some really good acts that came through that place.
Yeah, I mean, Janet Jackson, who was in the Super Bowl. You know, yeah, a lot of bands I liked. You know, AFI. Um, yeah, saw the Beach Boys there with my mom. Saw Chicago, those old bands. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, uh,
Unfortunate.
yeah,
I mean, even even hip hop. Like some hip hop guys were there too. So it wasn't just, you know, it was everything.
yeah. I saw TLC there, uh, in Vogue. Yeah, me and my wife had a great time. My wife doesn't go to many shows, and she loved that show. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's tough because the other place you think of is the OC Fair, but the fair doesn't really get that many great acts. You know, they kind of go for like the older or people lesser known because my mom used to work there in accounting, and she said, you know, that they weren't paying top dollar for bands,
Mm.
there, so they just get kind of whoever, you know.
Yeah. Weird Al.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'd even take Weird Al, but he hasn't been there for a while. Like,
I know, that's true. I seen him there.
yeah,
Oh man.
love Weird Al. Love Weird Al.
Yeah, yeah. Well, mine's food related. So I heard about this place. It's called the Trough. Um, I didn't even know it was there. I couldn't even tell you how long it's been there. I should have looked into that. But I heard that they had a great breakfast burrito. They were known for their sandwiches. So I went to check it out, and it was pretty good. So I did have the breakfast burrito, and the presentation was awesome. It's cut in half. It looks freaking amazing. Couple issues with it. They only give you one salsa. I don't know why, but if you wanted more, you could buy it. You have to buy it. Um, but this place is right um, by John Wayne Airport. It's
Okay.
sort of in that area. It's kind of like it's one of those that's like in office buildings, and the office buildings look amazing. They look upscale. The whole area is awesome. They got water running and all this stuff. You can sit out there and relax, get a coffee. There's coffee shops. There's, all kinds of stuff right there.
Yeah.
But
I used
you've
to
been there?
I used to work in that area at Monterey Lighting many years ago. Yeah, nice area, definitely.
Yeah, nice area, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, super cool. You can just kind of hang out and I'm sure the people that work there just take breaks right in front of the water or that's what I would do. I think it seems very very relaxing.
yeah.
Um I would still I had it with chicken cuz I love chicken. You can have bacon or sausage, but I don't really eat bacon or sausage. Yeah, I gave it a 7, the breakfast burrito, so it's above average, still pretty good. Maybe it's better with sausage or bacon. I don't know. I'm not gonna really try it to be honest with you. So, but my girl had French toast, and the French toast was really good. That was really good, but that was off. The presentation was terrible. It was in a basket with paper. Now you're throwing syrup on that thing. It's going through the paper.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good. So I would still recommend the place to try it. I'd go back myself just to try the sandwiches. A lot of people say they're really really good, so I would go back. It's called again the Trough. It's in what would that be? Irvine, I guess, right?
Yeah,
What would that be? Newport? Or what is that? Or something? I don't know.
yeah. I think
It's on Main Street. It's on Main Street.
Irvine. Yeah.
I think it's Irvine. Yeah, it's on Main Street. It's literally around the corner from the airport. So
Okay.
that's
How
my
was
OC news for you there, right there.
how was the hot sauce? Was the hot
It's
sauce?
actually, the salsa was good. Yeah, it was a green salsa. It was pretty good. Um, if you like a good amount of salsa, you're probably gonna have to buy an extra one. Um, I worked with it because I actually didn't finish the whole burrito. I probably left like about that much, maybe, because I was I was doing work on the French toast. So I was helping her out.
Yeah. I gotta ask about the hot sauce. Oh, the wrong hand here. that hot sauce in the corner there.
Hot sauce packets, yeah. How many are up there? How many hot sauce packets? Is
Three,
it 5 out of 5?
3 out of 5. Yeah,
Is that how you? Is it out of 5?
out of
That's how
5.
we're rating this. All
Yeah.
right. So then I guess that would be like a 3, I guess, out of 5 for the burrito for the place. Um, but yeah, pretty good. Check it out. She also got a latte, and we also got a mimosa. Both of those were really good. Um, so yeah, overall probably around 7, something like that, 7.5. It was good. Definitely check it out. The Trough.
Okay. What was the pricing like? Was it a little pricey?
So pricing was probably average. So the burrito was like, I want to say it was 11, and it's a big burrito too though, and the French toast was only like $6, I believe.
Oh, not bad.
So the French toast, and she wasn't gonna finish it. It was plenty. and like I said, really good. So, oh, you know what? The other thing that bothered me a little bit was that with the French toast, they give you a syrup. You know, the little freaking McDonald's looking thing.
Yeah.
You know how? Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, come on! You're in a fancy area. You're
Yeah.
in this city. Like,
Yeah.
give me the damn jar or something. You know, of syrup. Don't give me this thing that I gotta peel back. You know. I thought that was a little weird, but
Yeah.
again, they were really. It was really good.
That reminds me of one last story. When I used to work in that area, reminds me of Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm, because there was this flame boiler right there that I would go to sometimes during my lunch break, and I would ask for no cabbage. I just don't like cabbage. I'd get the veggies in my bowl. I'd say, hey, no cabbage, and they do it. And I looked on my receipt, and I got charged extra for having no cabbage. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I'm getting some. I'm not putting something in. And I went to ask them about it. They're like, oh, well, it means we have to put more, broccoli in and other stuff in if there's no cabbage. I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't ask for extra
Yeah,
broccoli.
I didn't
I
ask for
asked for
it.
no cabbage.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, bro,
And
that's
that was
awesome.
the only location that would do it. I'd go to other flame broilers. None of the
I've
others would
never
do
heard of that, bro. I've
it.
never
No,
heard of
and it wasn't. It was like $1.60 something, like, to have no cabbage. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like,
that. Wow, that's insane.
yeah,
$1.60 to remove an item.
yeah. So I'm like, what's the deal with the cabbage here, man? Like, like,
You made them work. That's extra.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, like,
Oh, that's funny, bro.
yeah,
Um, all right, before we get out of here,
yeah.
um, give me two shows that I should be watching.
Two
Off
shows
top of your head. Yeah, just
off
two
the top.
shows.
Okay,
I'll give you my first one. Let me give you my first one real quick first,
yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
you think? Okay. If you haven't seen it yet, Money Heist. One of my favorite shows of all time. All time.
All time.
Love the show. Casa de Papel. Money Heist. Filmed in Spain. It's in Spanish. And did I already give that one?
I don't think you gave that. You gave
Okay,
something
good.
last time, but
Okay, good. I hope it wasn't that one. Hey, if it was, I mean it. Watch this
yeah,
damn show. It's freaking good. Check it out. Money
yeah,
Heist.
yeah, yeah. I would say Dark Side of Wrestling. Something Duncan told me about, and I got really into, man. Because there's so many crazy behind the scenes stories. If you grew up with wrestling like we did, a lot of these guys die crazy deaths, or
Yeah.
get hooked on drugs just because they get injured so much, or they live tough lifestyles, on the road almost every day, away from their families. So I saw one recently, about Tammy and Chris, and I didn't know these guys because I guess they were from WWE after I stopped watching. But
Mhm.
I guess Tammy was this pinup sensation that the internet loved at the time when it was like AOL dial up, and Chris didn't have the type of big career he was looking for, and she started messing around with Shawn Michaels, and he got injured really bad, took the painkillers, and he injured his knee really bad and got on an airplane, which caused a blood clot, and he died at like the age of 33 or something like.
Damn. A lot of these guys die young, man.
Yeah, and then she became like, a drug addict and
Struggy.
druggy, went to jail, and they showed a picture of her, and it's like, wow, like she looks nothing like she used to at all, man. And she had a bright future because she was going to be a lawyer before she got into wrestling. She was in law school and everything, and so just craziness, man.
Very cool. Very cool. Have you seen Money Heist, by the way?
I have not. I need to see that.
No. Okay. It's one of it's I don't know what place I would put it in, but it's up there for me, man. It's freaking awesome. And one thing with that is that I now watch these shows as they are. I don't do the subtitles and or not subtitles, like the English dub.
Hmm.
Like I don't. I used to do that like on a show. Now I just watch it as is, and I read. I used to hate having to read,
Yeah.
but now I read it, and because now you just even an English show, I'll still put on the words now. I feel like I missed stuff. I'm like I could have missed that if I
Yeah.
wasn't reading it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like you just can't hear it. Like, what's with the audio in these shows? You know?
Yeah. So now, and I used to hate that, but now I have to do it. I do it for every show,
Yeah.
and obviously this one. But even though I speak Spanish, their Spanish is a little different. It's a little quick, and some words are obviously different. So, but great show, man, great show. And the other one would be Ozark. Ozark.
Sorry.
I knew about it, but my brother kept telling me, "Hey, you got to watch it. Just watch it, watch it." I go, "All right, I'll get to. It, I'll get to." It. There's just so much to get to. And that was a great show. It has to do with money laundering and having to open up businesses to cover up and all that good stuff. Dealing with some bad people, and when you do that, bad things happen. So that was a really good one too. So I would say Ozark, another one to check out.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Real Time with Bill Maher. Something I've been watching for a long time.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Back when he was on Politically Incorrect on ABC, before he got fired for talking about 9/11, making some jokes about that. Uh, yeah, yeah, and he still, he goes off on people, and you know, he's on the left side, but he'll still go off on people who are, too woke and go too far with certain stuff. So
Yes,
and I love the guests he has. Like, he's had Neil deGrasse Tyson, who I just talked to a couple weeks ago.
yes.
Yeah, very very smart people who know their stuff, and crazy stuff going on in the world today with with Israel and then
Hmm.
them retaliating against the Palestinians. So crazy stuff that it's good to see what's going on with the world, because I don't watch all those other news shows because it's just it gets to be too much if you watch all the news.
Yeah, and a bit depressing. Obviously, he'll give you that stuff, which could be depressing. But then
Yeah,
he's a comedian, so
yeah,
there's gonna be a lot of fun stuff,
yeah,
a lot of jokes, a lot of cool guests, like you said. Even it could be anybody. It could be a
yeah,
hip hop guy. It could be he'll have anybody on there. It's great stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, great show. I agree.
yeah.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, yeah.
All right, what was the first one called?
Dark Side of Wrestling. It's
Dark Side of Wrestling. All right,
yeah,
where can I see it?
it's on Vice or I don't have Vice, so I just buy the whole season on Vudu. Like they'll have sales, and yeah, there's 4 seasons so far. So yeah, uh,
Okay. Yep, Money Heist, Ozark, both on Netflix. At least they were. I would imagine they're still there. I don't really know, but that's where I saw them.
yeah,
So
and then Bill Maher's on HBO or
HBO
Max.
or
Stupid name.
Max. I know Max.
Okay,
All
Max.
right. All righty, man.
All right.
Let's get.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button so we get more than 3 of you.
Come on, the three of you. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
All right, bro.
All right. I'll see you later.
Later.